Why fix your relationship when you can just add another person to it? Because apparently drama multiplies faster than common sense. Let's dive into Seeking Sister Wife. This is kind of unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Seeking Sister Wives video, and we are on season 6, episode 4. So we begin this episode with Danielle and Garrick showing Lorena around town, and she's starting to feel like she's gonna have a hard time fitting in and making new friends because where they live is a lot different than where she's from. She's from Rio de Janeiro, and obviously it's a city. There's a lot going on, and where Danielle and Garrick live, it's a lot more slow paced. And she's feeling like not only will there be a language barrier, but there's also a cultural difference. So obviously she's a little apprehensive. Danielle and Garrick are trying to reassure her. And then at one point, Garrick says that his family has been in this town for 6 generations and they actually helped to build the town. But since he decided to live plural, he was disowned by his family. And if you've watched previous seasons of the show, then you've heard that story before. So that's why he's so close with Danielle's family, because, you know, his family doesn't really talk to him. Matt and Angelica, Chené comes over to talk with Matt and Angelica to kind of finish up the conversation that she had started with Matt the night before. And during this conversation, she tells them that she has started dating another man. And at first, she tried to make it seem like, oh, I just wanted to test out, like, going out on a date with another guy. So it sounded like maybe she only went on one date with this guy. But turns out she's been going on multiple dates with him and she's basically seeing him. So at first, I don't know if Matt didn't really process what she said fully, but he didn't really react a whole lot. And she was like, that's not how I expected you to react. Like, she wanted him to be upset, obviously. And he was like, well, I mean, I'm not okay with you dating somebody else. Does he know about us? And she's like, yeah, he knows about you guys. And he really doesn't want me being intimate with you anymore while I'm dating him. And he's like, so have you two been intimate? And she's like, yeah. And then Matt says, F him. Like, he's so mad. And I don't know, guys, this whole scenario was wild to me because I don't know the rules of plural relationships or whatever, but I feel like if you're dating this couple and then you're going out with another guy and they don't know anything about it, then you're cheating. So not only are you saying that you cheated on him with another dude, but you're sleeping with the guy, and then the new guy says, I don't want you being with your boyfriend. Like, that whole thing was weird. I feel like this relationship is done. And Matt and Angelica, they want to hold on. Obviously, Angelica's upset because she felt like she's losing a friend. Matt doesn't want it to end. Chené is saying that she needs to process and try to figure out if she wants to stay with Matt and Angelica or if she wants to move on to the new guy. And it sounds to me like she's already made the decision to move on to the new guy. And honestly, she needs to, because Angelica is really not helping the situation at all. She could have let Matt spend more time with Chené and stay over there sometimes and just take care of the kids on her own, because if you sign up to be in this type of lifestyle, then there has to be a give and a take. So I feel like Chené just needs to move on, and Matt and Angelica just need to find somebody else. Somebody probably that lives in the same town that they do. So Billie Jean and Reese. So we see Billie Jean hanging out with 2 of her friends, and she says that one of these friends has a lot of connections around the town, and she wants to break this news to her so that hopefully she could set Reese up with somebody. And she breaks the news to her, and of course the friend is shocked, like, what? But the friend was surprisingly supportive, and she didn't even have to broach the topic of, hey, can you find somebody for Reese? The friend already jumped on it. She was like, well, would it be okay if I try to set him up with some people? And she's like, yeah. And I felt a relief, and it wasn't even my situation. But anyway, so she's like, yeah, I'll try to set him up with some people. I know all type of people. I know closed-minded people. I know open-minded people. I'll find somebody for him. And I'm like, W friend. Danny and Yesel. So Danny and Yesel have found a new potential sister wife. Her name is Jackie. And they have a group chat that they've been getting to know each other in. But apparently, Jackie has texted Yesel outside of the group chat.
That bitch!
And this upsets Danny because she's wanting to be involved in every aspect of the relationship, because that's why their past one didn't work out, because she felt like the third wheel. So it's already kind of starting off a little bit rocky. And Yesel's like, I understand. I mean, I wasn't the one that took it out of the group chat, but we'll try to establish more boundaries. So now we're back with Garrick and Danielle. And because Danielle's birthday was the same day that Lorena arrived, she offered to let Danielle spend the night with Garrick. So on her second night here in America, she finally gets the opportunity to sleep with Garrick. And obviously, Garrick is ecstatic. So there's like a part in the confessional where he's sitting next to Danielle and he's talking about how much he can't wait to be intimate with Lorena, and Danielle's just kind of sitting there like looking uncomfortable. So Garrick and Lorena are obviously happy to be spending their first night together, and we see them, cozying up and kissing and all that stuff. And then they show us a shot of Danielle in the bed alone, looking miserable and sad. And she's like, well, it's just a little bit, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. It's hard to sleep next to Garrick every night and talk about our day. And now I'm gonna have to spend some nights without him. And she just looks miserable. And I don't know how they do this. I could not do this. This would just be too much for me. Like, you're laying there and you know that your man is downstairs smashing this other woman. Like, what? And I just feel like Danielle doesn't want to do it. And I'm not saying that she should be happy about him being down there, but being this upset and crying all the time just doesn't seem healthy for her mental health. So we end the night off with Yesel and Danny going on a date with Jackie. And the date was going pretty well at first. Jackie said that she's been in a polygamous relationship before, so this isn't her first time. But at one point during the dinner, Yesel brings up macaroni noises. And Jackie's like, what's that? And he's like, well, when you're in the bed and it starts to sound like you're making macaroni. And she was like, oh, yeah, well, I like to make macaroni. And he's like, yeah, you like macaroni for dessert? And then they share this like little flirty look. And I'm like, okay, this is a little awkward. And then Jackie says, well, I'm really sexual and I really like being intimate. How would you like me sleeping with your husband? And Danny looked completely uncomfortable. And she's like, well, I mean, I can't say that I'm 100% okay with it. And once again, like I said, the two Dannys, like, y'all do not want to do this, because obviously that would be uncomfortable. But this is something that is going to happen. So for you to say that, like, oh, I'm not 100% okay with him sleeping with somebody else, then why are you trying to get a sister wife? Because that's going to happen. I mean, right? Like, just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're not comfortable with every aspect of having a sister wife, then you don't need to do it, because you're bringing a third person in that's supposed to have the same rights as you and supposed to have the same type of relationship that you're having with your husband. And then for you to be like, well, I'm not 100% okay with it, then you're not 100% okay with living plural, in my opinion. But you guys let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, because that was pretty much it for this episode. And I don't know if you guys watched the previews for the next episode, but it looks like it's gonna be good, so I cannot wait. So go ahead and lock in with me, subscribe so you don't miss that recap, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like.